Hey guys, Tyre here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Wolfheze, playing for today, spawning in the south. We have the 101st Airborne, playing as Soviets, who has Airborne Troops, counterattack, and Shock Army. Teaming up with him is ps3YES, playing as Brits, who has Commandos, Special Weapons, and Mobile Assault. Facing off against him in the north, we have... I live next door. My surname is Wang. Google Translate tells me this is. Who has Fortifications, Overwatch, and Elite Armoured. And finally, Rostam playing as COH2, Grand Defensive locked in straight away. In terms of rankings, this is all random. Both of the allies are rank 6 with their respective factions in random. Back the other way, Rostam around rank 20, and I live next door is slightly outside the top 200, but you know the patch the other day killed all the replays, so this is what I've got at the moment. A good chunk of damage crossing the road. There's a bit of negative cover. And an early Maxim start for 101st. Double Maxims. Forcing the retreats there. But good control from Rostam early on. Looks like ps3YES coming across onto the right. Getting some flanks cooking, or attempting to at least. Ooh, COH2 exposing his rear. Bit of a mistake there for Rostam. COH2 extremely low. Ooh, with a bit more RNG, that easily could have gone down. I think I just need 2 more bullets to penetrate there. Close call. Senior grenades. Maxim getting flushed out. Triple Maxim start for 101st. So Axis are definitely going to need some indirect fire. Luckily in 2v2s for COH2, very easy to come by as long as one player goes for mechanized, goes for that walking Stuka early on. There's a random team and one plays Chinese, so that might be a bit trickier to coordinate between the two. Speaking of, we have a truck out. Rostam a little bit further behind. This is in production now. Universal carrier upgraded with the Vickers. Getting to work here. Running away, COH2 coming in. Forwards accidentally a little bit with the UC. COH2 slow on the chase, not really going to commit. Not fully repaired either. COH2 is not terribly effective on the move, even with that small buff it got recently. Just moving performance. Oof, good damage. Oh, but the Shrek's out. Doesn't manage to fire it off there. Might have been a slight misclick from Rostam, hard to tell. Oh, squad down though. Okay, well, ps3YES. Some trouble. Very, very low with that universal carrier. COH2 can also try and do some damage. (221) out from next door. I'll just call him to keep things short. Also have some wire on that side of the building, so denying access to the Axis team. Have a mortar out now from 101st. Anti-tank gun up next to help counter that light vehicle. That being said, you know, the Maxim can go alright against the 221. This has so little armor. This is the 223 upgrade though, it's a little bit more durable. Probably will need the anti-tank gun at that stage. The truck is down. So both of the OKW players going for battle group, which I guess talking earlier, I think that's a mistake. When you're up against, ooh, was 3 Maxims, maybe will be again. Just mass support weapons. Oh boy, oh no. Why is it going so slowly? What? Somehow gets away. Why is it driving so slowly? That's really strange. Very lucky break. Next door. Gonna get away and going for the infantry support guns next. Faust. There goes the universal carrier. Wow, there we go. ps3YES lost a couple units now. Kuwagan and Tommy, I think it was, or maybe it was the engineer. Either way, good for Rostam on his side of the map. Maybe next door can get something going. Locked in to Airborne Troops and now gone for the Airborne Guards with the assault package first. Senior grenade out, trying to win this engagement. I think he could have stayed in there for a little bit longer. Playing it safe. Have to expect that, you know, your DPS in that scenario is not going to drop off as sharply since STG is going to transfer across, whereas theirs is going to drop off in a very linear fashion, rifle per rifle. So even if initially you're losing the engagement, you can rely on those weapon upgrades to carry you through. But you know, playing safe's fine as well. Okay, well, setting this up, boosting the fuel straight away. We see too much action, 3 kills, not even Vet 1. Not getting Vet 1 can be an issue later on. I have access to the smoke. Can hurt you if the enemy drives forwards, tries to kill this. And the smoke sometimes can buy you a bit more time. Try and thread the needle here with all these Maxims around. Empire's finding a small window, but now getting closed. Infantry support gun has been fielded, a little bit slow getting it into action though. Maxim over here did get recruit. And hold on. Flak half track on this side. Forcing quite a few retreats. Rostam working nicely on there. But we do have an anti-tank gun to try and answer back. ps3YES haven't gone for a universal carrier, gone for the bolster. The light vehicle himself is vulnerable to this flak half track. Needs to make use of some attack ground action here. So we can't get through the trees. AT gun lining up. Either has vision there.
Commandos are ready.
Ooh, jams the capture just in the nick of time. BP's almost dead even at this stage as well. Very close contest. Support going with a tiny amount of veterancy. Smoke nade out from the Airborne Guards. Glider. Kind of on his teammate's side, kind of interesting. The T-gun pushing all the way forwards. Could the 223 be in some trouble? No. And first pulling back. We have a second layer of Maxims back here protecting the front line. Still have to suppress all the units individually though, so this one does actually end up getting forced away. Go through a bit of death loop action as well. Let's get away. Maybe not. Smoke in. So is the Zis barrage. Here comes yet another Maxim though.
Guards troops are standing by.
It's actually smoke from the infantry support gun, assisting with this charge. Nicely done. Right next door. Got the Commandos on this side now. Got to watch those retreats with the big gammon bombs. Light gammon bombs. The big as far as grenades go. Rostam kind of moving, I feel like, as the ps3YES had grenades. Sometimes you, on your way in, take a slightly unusual path in case they try and throw a grenade, protecting you as you charge forwards. Oh boy. Okay, well, next door taking a bit of a sideward step here. Does go for mechanized, puts on the front lines as well. And is going for the walking Stuka now. Interesting. We are up against air supremacy though, so good chance that that's going to get obliterated at some stage this game. Wonder what Rostam's going to do as well. Axis though have been forced back a reasonable amount. Flak half track hasn't been terribly good apart from that first burst right when it hit the battlefield. So only one kill, third of the star veterancy. Oh, bit of body blocking. Sturmey's in some big trouble. And down they go. PPSH Airborne Guards getting the job done. Grenade in. Well timed retreat. Usually is coming in from the side, so is the anti-tank going to do a mine down? Could be some trouble. Wagon taking a 6-pounder shot, but the 6-pounder left behind. Maybe a touch greedy going for that Wagon. And there we go, decrewed. We do have a mortar pit up back here.
We're losing a capture point.
Units inside the building have to jump out. One thing you don't have on Fusiliers is salvage, so can't quickly salvage this decrewed weapon to get rid of it. Another squad of PPSH Airborne Guards. Stuka got going there. 6 kills, pretty reasonable start. Could get the wipe on the Maxim as well. Oh, does. Quite a defensive position though, very close to the glider that everything's reinforcing at currently. Maybe the ISG can get in there for a barrage or two. Did not see what happened to the 6-pounder. Looks like it has been recrewed by ps3YES. Yep. Didn't produce another one. Well, we've seen mortar pits be very strong on this map from this position. Especially once they get access to that heavy barrage. Do have a forwards headquarters for Rostam. Looks like that just completed. Once again though, would recommend putting that in base. Against Brits. Smoke coming through, smoking off the Maxim, making a charge, jumping on top of the 6-pounder once again. Pushing forwards with the flak half track. Now the AT gun's been forced away, well executed by Rostam. He's got the Shrek as well, that can do some pretty good damage to the mortar pit. If the smoke allows them to. A couple mines down, but the Sturmpires have the sweeper and the Shrek. You can't really see that. Mortar getting decrewed. Reasonable amount of damage from the light gammon bomb. Comes another walking Stuka barrage. Ooh, big hit. Good connection. Another 6 kills. Solid work so far from the walking Stuka. Guards calling in the plane. That's their vet ability. Infantry support gun slowly working on the mortar pit. It's getting quite low. And we've got double infantry support guns, this one over here as well. And VPs, once again, very, very tight. Though, Allies will be hitting their medium take timings a little bit faster. 101st, in fact, overshooting. He's got a load of fuel, even after getting his tier 4 down. Hurting for manpower at the moment. Made that second squad of Airborne guards was a touch too much. Especially with the extra bleed applied to him by that walking Stuka. A bit of manpower floating for next door. He's got his tech truck down as well. At least it's not right next to the other, so his supremacy not going to hit them both at the same time. Aircraft track coming in from the side, getting some suppression, clearing out the machine gun. Mortar pit in some trouble, getting mass repaired up by triple engineers. There's a walking Stuka now, jumping off. Ooh, off the mortar pit, but targeting further forwards and getting a nasty hit there. 10 kills. Decro on one of the Maxims. Black half track going to town. 6 pounder comes around the corner. Oh, but the IL-2 rocket run there coming through and finishing off the flak half track.
An emplacement is being attacked.
Oh, squad down. Wow, close call. STG overs charging in. See new concussive grenades, infantry support gun, and the mortar pit is down. 6 pounders down. These IR STGs going to town. Going to lob a grenade on the machine gun. Cancel it. There's Commandos back at base currently. Really need their assistance against this over squad. Not able to get the D crew. But either way, the Allies took a massive backward step. And that walking Stuka. 101st. Okay, going for a Katyusha first. Kind of interesting. Not like a crazy amount of team weapons on the side of the Axis. Just like a kind of standard amount. But, you know, never hurts to start getting that vet going on the Katyusha early on. But this is what has allowed the Axis to have such a strong position. Both the Allied players being very late to spend their fuel. No medium tanks, well, yeah. I suppose you could call the Comet a medium tank, but it's basically a heavy, really.
You now have a new Comet tank.
Manpower once again next door. There's another one from Stuka Barrage. Pretty solid connection once again. 26 kills now, nearly vet 2. That's when it gets the cooldown bonus. So it's firing a bit more frequently. Comet coming across the side. Didn't back away with the walking Stuka. Still on the front lines. Does have one Raketin, but it's back at base currently. Rostam though, bringing his across. Crawl into range with the Fusiliers, unsuccessful. Big hit from the Comet there. And they stole the Maxim, working on a stolen MG34. Get out, close range. Partial dodge. Throw out some pyrotechnics. Gonna get some base howitzer action coming through. Oh, it does end up dying. Looks like it was going to survive there, but that was just the death critical. Cheeky stuff. Fired off the flare with the mortar, and then brought in the planes to finish off the walking Stuka. It was just kind of dangerous that far forwards, though. Should not have allowed that to happen. It was an inviting disaster. Comes the Katyusha though. You can see those airborne guards trying to base, trying to keep these units in position. Lead to some really strong Katyusha damage. You see next door going for a Panzer IV, which is maybe understandable. Kind of need something to bleed infantry a little bit better, but could leave them short. Comes to dealing with comets. Oh, nasty hit. Squad down. I think that was the Volksgrenadier. Command Tiger charging forwards, looking for some damage on the comet, but it was backing down the road, so still moving quite quickly. Oh, squad down. Had a few losses on both sides.
The enemy are determined, and we are down to 300 points.
T-gun opening up. EMG looking around the corner, open up on the Tiger. Chased away by the Volksgrenadiers. The supremacy is ready. Can just about go for that assault. Air supremacy combo. Assault is a little bit more expensive now though. Slight price increase. One thing that can help the Panzer IV fight back against the Comet is, of course, the heat shells. Still, maybe Panther and a couple of squads of Ogres would be a better choice since there's so much manpower floating. And then the artillery here from the Panzer Commander. On the planes, Panzer IV driving forwards to avoid the damage. Quite slow coming through into the center of the map like this from that side as well. Panzer IV still free to do a lot of damage, though having gone for the Panzer Commander upgrade instead of the machine gun, damage isn't as consistent. With the extra machine gun working. Tiger very low. Katyusha targeting the Ogres. Oh, targeting the Kitten maybe, and it gets it. Comet coming forwards as well. Down it goes. Gonna go for the steal or the kill. Smoking it off. Oh, and he's Vet 1 as well. That's Phosphorus. Gonna go for the steal. Double anti-tank guns now for ps3YES. And the Axis with no rocket artillery currently. That could be trouble for them. Uh-oh. Panzer IV backing away. He's pulling back quite early on with the 6-pounder. Maybe he could have stuck in there for one more shot, but playing it safe. You do have sprint available Vet 1. Help you get out of those sticky situations with the 6-pounder. Doesn't cost you any munitions even either. Oh boy. Rear armor exposed. There goes the ISG. Doesn't have any sternpipes for repairs either. Attack round. Wow, nearly connecting Panzer IV. Very lucky to get away. Oh, he's got the mechanized upgrade and can use the emergency repairs as well. So a little Be able to get that back up. Either way, still a lot of manpower floating next door. Clumped up on the side of the building somewhat. Risky grenade. I don't think I'd ever really take that risk unless I knew I was going to give it engine damage. Personally. Managed to get the smoke out, but it's pinned. And now second comment for ps3YES. Maybe thinking about driving forwards. Knocking out the Shreya next. What's the COH2? Maybe targeting his Raketen. Oh, the vicinity. Oh, Robers right on the edge. Take some heavy casualties. Later on the retreat. And Raketen gets decrewed. Yeah, here we go. Just what I was talking about. ps3YES coming forwards. Drop the air supremacy on the headquarters. Most likely this goes down here. Rocket run coming in from 101st, forcing back the Tiger as well. Here it goes.
Command has been lost. Dispatching a mobile HQ vehicle.
T-34. I didn't actually notice. Second COH2 from the 101st. Quite heavily invested into the indirect fire now. Here's the Panzer IV. Their armor exposed. He did lose most of his Maxims. The one remaining. Any munitions spare for next door, so might as well spam that artillery on his Panzer IV. Ooh, 6-pounder in some trouble. Down it goes. Commandos coming forwards, trying to put a halt to Rostam's blob. But now they're in trouble. Late on the retreat. No retreat, in fact. Down they go. Rostam happy to cut his losses with that. Comes back with the Tiger and the blob of infantry. Wiping out those Vet 2 or Vet 3. Commandos is happy with that. Not going to press his luck. Well, as I say that, he comes back in with the Tiger.
Enemy got one of our squads.
To the base! Oh, that was devastating! I think there's double COH2s. Rostam in tatters. Oh, that was crazy.
God's troops ready for
He got 4 kills. 8 kills? No, one of them had 7, right? I think it was 7 and 9. Well, that was a lot. Took down 2 squads of Fusiliers, was it? Ouch. Okay, here comes the King Tiger. With 2 tanks now, I would recommend getting another squad of stern pyos, even in this commander, with the emergency repairs, and just to get a sweeper as well, right? Even though I don't think we've seen many mines go down for 101st. There are a couple on ps3YES's side, though might have all been triggered or swept at this stage. Centaur next. Interesting choice, given that really any airstrikes on the Axis. Double Tigers in the center. Command Tiger quite low. T-34 maybe looking for the Ram rocket run combo. Maybe lost sight of it, so couldn't go for it. Wagon doing a bit of blocking. There's a 4 coming across with the heat shells active. We got the Raketen there though. Luckily a lot of shots missing on it. Oh, again into the base. Obers trying to get away to safety. He will. And the stolen Raketen going down to the Panzer Commander artillery. Good pick off there. But the battle group is now dead. That's how many Katyusha rockets were directed there into the base. Still very tight on VP's axis, actually slightly ahead. Which is kind of crazy. 101st maybe needs to get these troops on the right a little bit more active, kind of just camping out the VP over there. And next door's kind of defending the center a bit more, not really pushing on to the right at all. Okay, now the T-34 coming for the 101st. It's a risky decision. Su-85 will be a much safer choice up against the double heavy tanks. King and Command Tiger. Just fired off, charges through it. There's a Centaur. Going to pressure away the anti-tank gun. No, it's very, very low. Engine damage. Decruise. King Tiger bouncing. Tiger coming in as well, though. COH's in some trouble. King Tiger, I think that was a miss. Sounded like a bounce. He needs to pop the heat shells on the KT as well. Get that bonus damage, bonus penetration going. KT on the move. Is this from the side? This is risky. Does have the extra sight from the Panzer Commander. Needs to stop for the shot. Oh, I think he lost sight. He's not on prioritized vehicles either. So shooting at infantry. Ram coming through. Here comes Rocket Run. Not engine damage on the King Tiger. Oh, and he survives! On a pixel. Katyusha rockets falling. Decrew the Raketen. KT on the move. Oh, the Comet coming in looking for the finishing blow. Engine damage. KT abandoned. Oh boy, Comet. Oh, Tiger missing point blank. Second Comet has been repaired up a reasonable amount. Now the Tigers get a rear armor hit from the front. How did that happen? Oh, there goes the Tiger. King Tiger left to rot. No Raketen for Rostam. Do have one, but it's retreating. Next door. Well, that was a bold move from ps3YES. That paid off. If that King Tiger was allowed to get away there, that would have been devastating. But yeah, the just paying the price there next door. I don't know what happened to Panzer IV. That was some poor control. Really need like a second Raketen as well. Rockets over here, but no OKW troops there currently. Centaur did get away from the Raketen that was going for some attack ground action just before. Grenade into the smoke. X is still with a good VP position, but they're in trouble. When it comes to the tanks, the Yak-Pans are out now. They're already vetted up though. Another glider coming through. Yak-Pan's opening up. Raketen tries to change angles, tries to get some damage done, but ends up going down. Maybe thinking about going for some more speed action. No, he doesn't have it. Hasn't been repaired up and has been enabled. overs on the left.
Our capture
Comets
point. They're trying to take it.
over there as well. Airplanes are trying to kill the glider first. Comet maybe looking for a bit of a flank. Rostam still with only one. Form of anti-tank. Oh no, he's got the Shrek as well. Double Jagdpanzers now for the Axis. And the Jagdpanzer with heat shells. Very potent. Especially kind of needed, you know, Jagdpanzer doesn't have super good penetration for a tank destroyer. So it can bounce quite a lot against those comets, but the extra penetration from the heat shells really assist it in that department. Oh, the Katyusha rockets falling. Accidentally sets the machine gun up in the middle of the rockets. Somehow gets away with it though. Double Jagdpanzer's missing like crazy. Get the Firefly out. Ooh. Jagdpanzer. He's got sight. Down it goes. Comet picked off. That was a Vet 3 one as well. Nicely done by the Axis. Squad surviving as well for Rostam. Triple T-34s now for 101st. Close to his popcat limit now. Another walking Stuka coming in. Really, once again, he does need another anti-tank gun next door. Probably two, in fact. There's one Jagdpanzer with no support. It's just asking for trouble. Second Jagdpanzer out for Rostam now as well. T-34s coming in for the Schwer. Got a walking Stuka right here. Must be just out of sight range. Jagdpanzer coming across, but already so low from the Firefly in the center. And there we go. Didn't try back away with the 221 either. That's going down. Can he get a snare off with the Fox Grenadiers? No. Pop the heat shells though for some damage on those T-34s. Oh, MG down. Next door now is 4 units. Still with 700 float though. Katyushas dodging out to the side. Pretty good walking Stuka. 5 kills to start things off. Or double Jagdpanzers in some trouble. Firefly from the side. Does have the Vet 2 health bonus. Might have survived one more shot from the Firefly because of that. What to say. Got more speeding way to safety. Oh, Jagdpanzer feeling bold. Pushing in quite deep. Getting cold feet though. Doesn't want to go for the final shot needed. Maybe he can get one more Faust off. No, he retreated. It's the squad that has their Faust on cooldown. It's forwards at the moment. Okay, Jagdpanzer finishes the job. VPs though in some trouble for the Axis team. Another squad of Fox Grenadiers. Out of these VPs. Axis now close to 50 points behind all of a sudden. Coming the overs, big grenade. Here's Supremacy coming through. Looks like it's targeting. Oh boy. Oh, Jagdpanzer's still alive after that. Quite a few shots getting blocked by the truck. Let's get out of these. Got his fresh squad of Fox Grenadiers just standing there. But planted sideways instead of front to back. Didn't take any tank damage. Survives the air supremacy there. Commandos with all the camo. Making short work of that Raketin. He needs those IR STG overs over there to deal with those. Here come the T-34s charging forwards. Jagdpanzer in some trouble. Raketin from the side. Jagdpanzer does have decent frontal armor, bouncing a lot of shots. One T-34 goes down. Oh, main gun crit. Denied the opportunity. Okay, this one does follow up. 3 T-34s down by 101st. Only a walking Stuka to show for it. Here comes the Comet now, looking to salvage the situation, but both these Jagdpanzers very, very healthy. Oh, now the Comet's in some trouble even. Jagdpanzer's chasing him down. Doesn't have anything to provide sight though, so I think he's going to get away. Oh, here comes smoke / recon plane for Rostam. We'll go for the Centaur next instead. Missing the first 2 shots. This very low for next door. Looks like maybe covered by the smoke. Or maybe by the trees. Is this the end of the Centaur? No, they're just putting some damage back onto the Comet. Jagdpanzer missing the killing blow. And missing again. Ooh, bouncy, bouncy. 2 Jagdpanzers very, very low, backing out now. PPSH guards pushing in. Oh, IR STG overs combining with the infantry support gun going down there, but take your Tommy squad with them. Fresh Comet coming in, but we do have the Jagdpanzer there. Oh, nasty follow-up hit on the retreating squad. Unfortunate for Rostam. Jagdpanzer next door, I think, going down. Oh, T-34 finding this one, taking down that Jagdpanzer. Now going for the Vet 3 one as well. We've got the Raketin coming in from this side also. Oh, and the Raketin finishing the job. Unfortunate, Rostam nearly getting away with these. Trying to save that Tiger. 20 fuel away, and in the meantime, things have fallen apart. Similar story for next door. Also trying to save the King Tiger, I think, having lost his tech truck, but not able to get there. Well, GG. Well done by the Axis. You know, next door out of his depth at this rank. But played alright. You know, definitely floating way too much. Could see the multitasking wasn't quite there, but held his own. Made the match pretty competitive, all things considered. Meme action from the 101st. Full-on team weapon action. No conscripts, no penals. 2 airborne guards. Kind of interesting to see. Good Katyusha action from him. Some devastating Katyusha barrages to Rostam's base. Wow, they were nasty. 24 and 31 kills, working quite nicely. ps3YES with some daring combat plays. Sometimes working out. But yeah, a little bit unfortunate, a little bit of a mismatch, but what can you do? GG, well played. Anyway guys, wrapping that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.